Well, what happened? We were talking, what, 3 4 days ago about the disappointment that was Argentina, and boy, that Argentinian team, I tell you, and those South Koreans, they're just done. They're gonna lose 3 in a row and be out, and they are out, but they took somebody with them. Now, in the event they'd won this game, depending on the score, well, yeah, it would have had to be an outright win, and then, yeah. The Germans being out is the biggest surprise of this tournament. Let's get into it. Sweden beats Mexico 3-0. That's huge. The Swedes, these guys end up finishing first in the tournament. So if you're looking at who I'm pulling for going into the round of 16, I would say Sweden has my vote, and England has my vote. We'll see how England does tomorrow against Belgium. Germany losing to South Korea, insane. Absolutely just crazy. I would imagine guys are going to get fired. There's going to be major changes with the team. They play 3 games. They come out of it with 2 goals. Germany's known as a team that runs up the score, the defending champions, and they're out. And I'm as shocked as anybody to see them out. Switzerland, Costa Rica. That was a fun little game. Ends up in a 2-2 tie. I thought Costa Rica was going to win it, and then late. But there's been a lot of goals late. I'm starting to think that in order to encourage goal scoring, they should just start the clock at 87 minutes and leave it there. And watch as there's like 8, 9, 10 goals per game. Because there seems to be a lot of goals towards the end. Which is always kind of frustrating me because it's like, okay, and I equate it too with the American football. There's nothing like watching a football game where a team can't score for a whole game, and then with 5 minutes left, they put in a no-huddle offense, and suddenly they can score. And you're like, wait, what? And then they'll lose the game by like 3 points. I'm like, well, they made it close. And I'm thinking, why weren't they playing the whole game that way? And sometimes with some of these results, I'm thinking the same thing. Like, there's this attacking mode that takes over, and some teams are really, really good at it. And you're like, why don't they attack the whole time? But again, and you see this in hockey too, where coaches are defense, and any kind of chance taking that you take too many chances, you're on the bench. So there's some of that in there too, for sure. But that was a fun game, and Switzerland comes out of it with a point, and they advance because Serbia was unable to beat Brazil because it's Brazil. The Brazilians have to feel pretty good about their chances right now, although with Brazil beating Serbia 2-0 and winning their group, Brazil now gets to play Mexico, the second place team from Group F, on Monday. And that is going to be an amazing matchup. Mexico should be kind of choked. Mexico, coming off that 3-0 loss to Sweden, should feel kind of a little bit, I'm not going to say disrespected, but they should be angry with themselves for that result. And I would expect them to come out with a much better effort on Monday. At the same time, Sweden has to feel like they're on top of the world, and the Swiss have to feel a little bit nervous because they got 1 win and two draws in a group. And that last draw with Costa Rica can't leave them feeling like they're going to be able to beat the Swedes. So, just preliminary, yes, I would pick Brazil and Sweden to win those games. But we're not in that round of 16 yet. We've still got 4 games tomorrow to get to. And then we'll know exactly who's playing who in the round of 16. But for Germany, it's heartbreak. It's one of those things where it's a soul-searching moment, because with this tournament, it's only 3 games per team, and it's so hard to make that determination of where things went wrong, where things could have gone right. It is so fast, which is part of the reason why I love this tournament. It's part of the reason that I love NFL playoffs as well. It's 1 game. You get 1 shot, and then that's it. It's over. There's no 7-game series. No, well, we'll be back next time. You get 1 shot, and then you're done. Now, once we get into the playoffs, we get into penalty kicks, which is a whole other headache for me, but I'm not there yet. And no, I know people always say, well, what's your solution? I know. It's one of those things that always kind of bugs me. But I'm expecting some exciting soccer, and as we're keeping score, South America, Europe, North America, technically, But the Mexican side is really a team that has the rating and plays like a South American team. They do. And so, technically they're a North American team. Mexico's been in the round of 16 before. And it really shows that this was the group of death. That being said, group of death or not, Germany's supposed to be better than this. They're not supposed to lose to South Korea and Mexico. They're not supposed to lose both of those games. So it's a weird situation where the only team that Germany beat in this group was Sweden, and Sweden's the one that wins the group, and Germany's out. It is a bizarre world that we're in, boys and girls. Let me know your thoughts on today's shocking results, and they really truly are. If you're a Swede, how excited are you right now going into the next round? Because again, I do think Switzerland's a team that very tight defensive team. Some exciting players there, but I do think Sweden can get past them and get into the quarterfinals. But it is such an elite level that we're at now with the round of 16 that all 16 countries should and will be applauded for their efforts. And it really, again, you look at the teams that are out, Serbia, Costa Rica, you can be kind of surprised with Serbia somewhat. Croatia, of course, is in, Serbia is not. But at the same time, Brazil and Switzerland were rated higher coming into the tournament. Sweden and Mexico, it's not necessarily a huge surprise to see them there, but it's a shock to see Germany at the bottom and South Korea technically being above them because goal differential and goals for both favor South Korea. That's the universe we live in, boys and girls. It's a weird place, and for fans of Germany, it's rough because I even got the German flag out. I was all ready to wave it at some point during this or have it behind me for video, and now I can just put it back because it's done. I should have had an England flag, I guess. We'll see. This is a really weird tournament. There are some odd results coming out. Argentina hasn't peaked yet. France hasn't peaked yet. Germany's gone home. Brazil hasn't really broken a sweat yet. They only allow 1 goal in 3 games in the opening round. Now going to the round of 16, they got the Mexican team. Can the Mexican team stand up to them? Or are they going to fall by the wayside? This is going to be fun. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do not forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. And last night, at the time when I was intending to do the video I've been teasing on this channel the last couple of days, I ended up doing a podcast instead. So I apologize. But hey, it'll happen. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.